Morning. Another dark morning, but it's not cold this morning. It's early this morning because we're out delivering. Most people will be lying in bed, and on the note of lying in bed, if you don't get out of bed, you won't achieve anything. You'll just be a bum, basically. There's plenty of time to lie down when you're dead. So, what have we got? We are taking the Renault van today, and most people will be thinking, well, what is he delivering in the Renault van? Is he delivering some motorbikes or some automobilia? Or what? What's he delivering? Well, what is dark this morning? I'm going to show you what I'm delivering. Open the thing. Right, so I've got a Renault van, and I'm delivering a Renault car. Now, if I work out how to switch these lights on, that's not them. Interior lights, there you go. So that's what I'm delivering. Isn't she beautiful? So it's a 1901 van in a 2021, I think this van is. So what's that, 120 years? So 120 year vehicle getting delivered by this van. So Renault, there you go, Louis Renault, you'd be proud of us. Have we come that far? I don't think so. That has tyres and wheels. That has tyres and wheels. That has a steering wheel. That has a steering wheel. So there you have it. Today's delivery. So I'm gonna go around and fire the van up, warm it through, because I'll have my glamorous assistant come with us today. So we're going down to Bury St Edmunds today, which is going to be, it is on the sat nav, 4 hours, so 8-hour trip. But it'll be a 12-hour job. It'll be 6 o'clock tonight when we get back with the way the traffic is. Right, so there you have it. I'll give you an update. Where's she going? I never said where she was going. Oh, yeah. She's going to the Netherlands, this little car, so she's off to Holland. So it's nice and flat over there, and if she needs to brake quickly, you can always roll a drum E down under the front wheel to stop you. But that's where it's going, Clogland. But mine know. There's my co-pilot opening the gate and leaving Hardy Towers. Second woman driving. Mandy's my wife, for those who don't know, long suffering. Others would say she's the long suffering, but there you go. Hell of a driver, and I would rate her against any man on this planet for driving. But then again, she was born in the driving seat. Dad of Gary Jonah all his life, famous man in Durham. So there you go. Right, we're off. So I'm going to make a pit stop now at Glide Services. I'll just flick the camera around and show you fantastic driving conditions again. Unbelievable. Last Friday it was horrific. They're not as bad as last Friday, but it's not brilliant. At least the little Renault in the back's safe. It'll be nice and dry and safe for the next guy who has it. And I really think it would have been a good gimmick if Renault had used the Renault van and the old Renault car as an advertising stunt. Look at the water over there. Just flick the camera. Just absolutely flooded everywhere you go. So hopefully we'll get the Glide Services, have a cup of tea and set off again, and it's dying down a bit. Right, that's it. We've just dropped the little Renault off. We did a little bit of filming in there, but obviously it's a pretty discreet place, so you don't want every Tom, Dick and Harry knowing things. They've got some lovely cars in there, and obviously they don't want me filming in there. But yeah, pretty painless process. I'm going to go home now for 4.5 hours, and when I get home I'm going to cry. But I've sold my little Reynolds, but so we've swapped drivers. There she is, Mandy, and that's why our roads are ghost wagons. Look at them all. Anyway, Reynolds off, and the guy in Holland has paid for it. Deal's done. That was one out of my private collection. Actually, it wasn't a sales car, to be fair. It was one out of my private collection that I had. So I'm down to only 3 London to Brighton cars now. So how sad am I? I'll have to go and buy another one. Problem is, there isn't that many of them out there. But, there is an auction coming up next week, so we'll have to see. Watch out. Saturday morning. Bit later this morning. Been babysitting, that's why. I'm a little grandson, Max, and one of the little lad he is. But got to work today. There's some work on today. Bits and bobs to do. First thing I'm going to do is move some vans around so I can get some stuff out. And I'll show you what we're doing today. Yeah, half my life consists of moving vehicles from one place to another. I really could do with a bigger spot, to be fair, but I'm at the wrong... am I at the wrong age? I don't know. You're never too old, I suppose. I'm not saying that I'm old, but a lot of people who are my age are talking about retirement and downsizing and all that crap, pensions. I couldn't be on with that rubbish. So yeah, you're probably right, I should get something bigger. But we've talked about the place in Hampshire for long enough. But due to commitments, it's difficult, you know. My dad's still alive, 92 I think he is. Lives on his own. Mandy's mum and dad, they live on their own, so there's a bit of commitment there. But we would like a little place, probably a little bolt hole, just so we could drop in, and it would work out handy. Alphabet soup. It would work out handy for Hardy Classics, because, like I say, a lot of the stuff that we do is down south, so it would probably work out not much different to going away and staying in a hotel, I suppose. A bit selfish really, having 2 houses when there's a lot of people out there who haven't got one, like, I suppose, but what do you do? So we better pull this back in the Iveco now. Pull this recovery truck out and take it up the top. I'll show you what we're going to load. Sold one yesterday. A really interesting car, and really one. I mean, I always say, you know, I should keep this and you should keep that, and you can't keep them all, like I keep saying. You just can't. But this was a really interesting little car, little pre-war car. I have had it a bit, and to be fair, I was hoping it would achieve a lot more than what I got for it, because of its rarity, really. I mean, it was sold to me as the only bodied Gwynne of this type. Right, just before I do load this car on, I just want to show you, I think I showed you in another video about the air suspension on this truck. As you can see, it's got this little unit here and a little Schrader valve here, Schrader valve. Basically that's just the same as what you've got on your tyre. You know, you press that, you know, the air coming out. So this truck's got springs on the back, but it's also got air suspension. So if you put something that's a little bit overweight, you can pump it up. Now I'm going to let this out and just to show you if you can see the suspension dropping. There'll be a bit of a noise coming, and then we should see that drop. There it goes, down slow. Now that mightn't look like it's moved much, but I think when you pump it up, it does lift it about 6 inches. And back down there on the gauge. With what we're going to load today, we want it nice and low, and the car doesn't weigh much anyway, so there you go. Right, so we'll lift this up and we'll have a look inside and see what's going out the door today. So yeah, we sold the Gwynne this week, which was good. This has just been through the workshop, this little van. Mark's locked it. Got a clean and polish. A few bits of stone chips touched in. There's no big dents or dings or anything in it. It just had a couple of stone chips. Really clean van, that. Really clean. So that's up the sale. Right, flip the camera around. There's the MG and the Midget, and there's the said Mini. And the guy who's taking the Mini is also interested in one of these two. Personally speaking, the Irish Blue MG is the car to have, although the Midget is equally as nice. Somebody said to us the other day, you've had that MG a long time, why don't you reduce the price? And the reason I haven't reduced the price on it is I can't go out and replace that car. The problem is, if you sell that MG to somebody, go and try and find another one, because there isn't one. I look every day. We're out there looking, buying, and they aren't there. Do you know what I mean? The problem with them is, like I keep harping on, project cars are too expensive. Mediocre cars are too expensive. They're too expensive. Cars like this in the marketplace, yes, they're at the top of the tree, but they're a top car. You know what I mean? The value for money. When somebody spent £45,000-55,000 on a car and you've got it up for half that, that's value for money. When someone's got a car up for £10,000 and you'd have to spend another £20,000 to get it up to this sort of standard, well, that's not value for money. Not in my eyes, anyway. I tell you, she's nice, this car, though. She really is a nice... I mean, yeah, it's top of the tree in price, but it's a top draw car. It's lovely. Absolutely lovely. Tell you what it needs, though. It needs a close peg, like all of them. It definitely needs a close peg. Doesn't that sound nice? I'll tell you what, that is one good looking MG. Like I keep harping on, it has got to be one of the best, if not the best in the country. It is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Little bit lumpy on tick over, but you can blame Mr. Rosselli for that. The engine tuner, but I lift cam in it and it's got a little bit of lumpiness in it, but that's about all it has got. It is beautiful. From top to bottom, absolutely gorgeous. If you want to know what we're doing today, why we were shuffling around in the showroom, we are delivering the Mini. And for once, this car's not going very far. It's only going as far as Consett. So, local customer, and it's an absolutely gorgeous car. I'm sure you'll be really pleased with it. Seems like a nice guy, nice couple. Hope he has loads of fun with it. So, better get back. Little green Mini in all her little resplendent glory. And she sold and off to a local customer, which is unusual for me because I usually sell them to places like Holland, America, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and now Consett. So there you go, George. Hope you're really pleased with it. Seem like a nice guy. I'm sure you will be. It's a lovely car. Thanks very much. A dry morning for a change. Nice and early this morning. Nice and black out there, as you can see. And we're off to Lutterworth this morning. For those who don't know where Lutterworth is, it's down Leicester way, so probably about 180 miles. We're going to drop the car off I've got in the back, which I'll show you. Right, so that's what we're taking down to Leicester. 1920s Gwynne. We've took all the seats off it, strapped the bonnet down, mainly to stop bits and bobs flying off it, and it's off to its new owner, a guy called Hugh. So I've just stopped in, I've just pulled over actually and stopped in Woodall Services for a coffee stop. And the weather again this morning, oh man, it's absolutely pants. Wasn't too bad when we left Durham this morning. It was dry, but every day, every time I travel down this M1, it's always, lately, always raining, always. And it's always round about Doncaster way, further down. And like I say, you get the Watford Gap way and it'll stop, but we're not going to Watford Gap today. We're near Leicester. I think we're about 80 miles away from where we're going. So it's roughly took a couple of hours to get here. Usually takes 2 hours. I can do it in less than 2 hours to Woodall, to be fair, like, but usually takes a couple of hours, and then we're on our way, get this Gwynne dropped off and pop over to Hull and see what's happening there. But on the sales front, few inquiries. Whether we follow them through, well, whether people follow them through. It's not whether I follow them through, it's whether people follow through with them. Because to be fair, you know, I mean, I love classic cars, and I love got some really nice friends into classic cars and some lovely customers, really. But I tell you what, there's a bunch of nutters out there, mate. Honestly, unbelievable. Right, someone's just pulled in front of us, talking nutters. Well, that's the Gwynne just dropped off in Lutterworth. I didn't really want to film around the chap's place, a guy called Hugh. What an interesting place he had. He's him and his dad, they're obviously mad keen on vintage cars. Some of the stuff he showed us, really interesting. His dad had a couple of cycle cars, really early cycle cars, and one of them is his daily transport, which I think is fantastic if you use them. Obviously a knowledgeable guy, showed us around his workshop, and again, you don't like to pry too much, but you can tell what sort of engineer he is by, you know, the tooling and the machines he had. So you knew he was up there. He actually had the first land speed record car in his collection as well. I think he said it was a 1905, it was a Dirac, and he'd been all over the place in it. Fair play to him. That's the good thing about this job, you get to meet some really interesting and nice people. Eccentric, yeah, but you know, they've got a story to tell, and that's what I like.